Hi Zaytoon.
How are you doing? Nice to meet you.
Good. Nice to meet you too.
Thanks for coming in. Let me explain to you what you're going to be getting. So basically, I'm going to start off with Omega Boost, which is our vitamin infusion.
Okay.
And that replenishes your system with all your vitamins, minerals, amino acids, electrolytes, antioxidants. Great energy boost, detoxes your system. It's like a new lease for life, basically, if you want to call it that. The Ultra Revive is our recovery, and that basically helps with all the good stuff like jet lag, fatigue, stress, hangovers, if it applies in any way. We've got the Vitaglow, which is our anti-aging one, and that's great for the skin.
Okay.
So it helps with uneven skin tone, it brightens the skin, it also a great detoxer. So glutathione, which is a base ingredient in there, is a great antioxidant.
Okay.
So that kind of helps with the aesthetic side of it. And then we have the Royal Flush, which combines those three. So you feel like James Bond when you're done with that one.
I could use that.
and then we've got, these are intramuscular, so these are injections. Okay, so B12, you've heard of B12 before, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that's the standard B12. The Slim Boost is a lipotropic injection. So that kind of speeds up your metabolism, it burns fat naturally, enhances your immune system, great energy boost as well. And it works really well with one of the IVs.
So it is more for athletes.
Not really, for anybody. So for the Slim Boost, for that matter, it could be anybody that's either on a weight management program. I mean, I take it when I go to the gym. You know, it's a great, you good energy boost. You don't have much of a recovery after your workout. And then the Vita Boost, okay, that's the anti-aging one as well, but that's in an injection form. So it's very similar to, well, it's the exact same as the Vitaglow. But the difference is this is a 1 ml injection. Okay. So we can only give you 1 ml in here, whereas there we can give you 12 mls.
Okay.
So you can put a lot more into the IV that's going into your bloodstream than you do with an injection.
Okay.
Okay. So those are the IVs. I'm assuming you're going to be doing the Royal Flush.
Are we doing the Royal Flush?
Yeah.
I want to be James Bond when I leave this place, please.
So I just need to get some details from you. So have a seat.
I'm very relaxed and I am hooked up to an IV drip. So welcome Level Up YouTube followers and Level Up magazine. I'm at Revive SA Wellness Center with Sayed Mia. He's going to tell us a little bit about the concept of Revive. Tell us about your journey.
Okay, so Revive now is 5 years old. 4.5 years old. And it basically started in London. So as you know, I lived for 15 years in London. And at my farewell in London, one of my ex-colleagues just got back from Vegas. And we were just chatting, and he said he tried this weird thing in Vegas that helped him with his hangover, which was a drip. And I said, that's bizarre, I never heard of it before, but I was quite intrigued by what he said. And I looked into it a bit more, it became a bit more appealing in terms of what it actually does, rather than just for hangovers, but more lifestyle issues, so stress, fatigue, jet lag, there's beauty and slim treatments as well. So I looked a bit more into it, and I sent an email to Revive at the time. At that time, they only had 2 in the world, which was in Miami. So the first Revive was started in Miami by 4 ER doctors, and then the second one they had was at the MGM Grand in Vegas. So I explained who I am, and interested in bringing the concept to South Africa. And they were like, yeah, we're looking at coming to South Africa probably in 2018, 2019. So I said, but we want to look into this and see what, whether it could work here. And then my business partner is the former South African cricket manager and Dr. Musaji, Mohammed Musaji. So he's been with me in the business since we started. Okay. I call him Doc, affectionately known as Doc. He administered the IV. And the next morning he said, I'm in. He called me, he said, I'm in. I said, well, from going from a pure skeptic to saying staying away from it to now willing to invest and put your name next to it, why? So what would have taken him a couple of hours to write the Cricket South Africa report, he did it in under an hour. His mental clarity was fantastic. His his alertness, his energy was through the roof. And I felt the same thing, but I wanted to hear from him. And then I jumped on a plane, I went back to London. I signed the master franchise for Revive Southern Africa. And that's how the Revive journey started. So when we came into the market in 2015, we were the first IV drip bar, if you want to call it that, in the country.
What is the appeal? Why are people so excited about the concept?
So it's all about health management and wellness rather than healthcare. So it's prevention rather than cure. And ideally what you should be getting from a really balanced diet and exercise and sleep and stuff that we, in our busy lifestyle we don't have. This replenishes your system with all your vitamins, minerals, amino acids, electrolytes, antioxidants. And also this kind of helps with all your lifestyle issues, so stress, fatigue, jet lag if you're traveling, hangovers, aesthetics is a big thing, and we've got, anti-aging treatments. Slimming is a big thing as well, and we've got a few things related to that as well. So I wouldn't say it's a cheat, but it definitely helps people look and feel.
So a form of a supplement in a way.
Absolutely, and the good thing about it is, if you had to buy any of your vitamins or supplements, you lose 50 to 60% of the essence of that vitamin through your digestive tract before you get the goodness of anything. Whereas with an IV, you get 100% into your bloodstream.
Sure.
So you could be spending thousands a month on your vitamins that you take orally, and you're getting less than half of the essence of those vitamins.
And it's purely more, like you said, a wellness supplement for your health instead of medical.
Yes, so we don't
It's
claim
not
to
medical
cure.
intervention at all.
We don't claim to cure anything. So we don't claim to cure any diseases or anything of that sort. This is a lifestyle, it's a wellness, it's health management. And like I said, it's to help people stay healthy rather than cure anything. Although a lot of the IVs have proven to help people, that have cancer or other, chronic illnesses as well. But we never ever claim that.
Does do you work alongside GPs as well when doing any of the treatments?
So basically we go through a screening like we did with you. We've got doctors that are obviously part of the businesses and registered nurses as well to administer the IVs. If you have a chronic illness or you're on any chronic medication or anything of that sort, which we feel would hinder by doing the IV, then we just don't do it. So precaution, we've got to adhere to regulation, precautions, and make sure that you're okay to have the IV, because again, we're not claiming anything. This is not healthcare in any way. As you can see from the aesthetics of the spa, it's a lifestyle thing, it's a wellness thing. There's, you come in, you spend half an hour, 45 minutes, you've got music, you've got your iPad, you've got coffee. It's an experience that we're giving somebody.
It's not clinical
It's
in
not.
any
So
way.
you
It's
don't
more of a
feel
relaxed environment.
Exactly. So you don't feel like you're going into a doctor's surgery or clinic or hospital for that matter. And that's the same experience Revive gives you throughout the world.
Okay.
So now we have, any major city in the world, there's a Revive there. So, and what differentiates us from anybody else for that matter is our formulas. So Revive was born out of a lab. The formulas that we use for our IVs went through a 2-year R&D process first before we came to market. And it's still constantly going, so we've still got an R&D facility where we're looking at how we can improve the formulas, come up with new products related to that as well. It's the only IV company in the world that has an R&D facility. Yeah.
And the one that I'm having at the moment is called the Royal Flush.
Yeah.
So I'm walking out like James Bond here, Hollywood. What exactly is it supposed to be doing for me?
So again, your system is different from mine, is different from somebody else's. So what deficiencies you may have, or the amount your system needs to be replenished may differ. But by and large, it should. So basically, what you'd feel a little, shortly after you've had the IV, is a bounce in your step. You'd feel like you've got a new lease for life. It's what it's done internally is it's detoxing your system. So you may go to the toilet a bit more often than usual because you're detoxing.
Yeah.
But also, you'd find that you're less tired, you're less stressed out. You feel like you can take on the world basically.
I can take on toddlers now.
You're going to need more than the IV to take
I
on
was just going to
toddlers.
ask you, do you need to do this on a regular basis, or is it once off?
No, so it all depends on how how you need it basically. So ideally, we don't recommend you do this more than once in 3 weeks or once a month, or when you feel you need to. However, the aesthetic IVs, the anti-aging ones and the slimming ones, is where you need to be taking it a bit more regularly for it to work into your system, because that's more aesthetic. And if you're on weight management programs or anything of that sort, you need the ingredients to start working into your system to start getting results. there's no fix, there's no quick fix. So, you know, with our slimming injections and lipotropic injections, you still have to have a balanced diet. You know, you still have to exercise. You know, there's no.
It's not magic.
Exactly. Anybody tells you there is something, they're lying.
And how's it taken off from the inception in SA?
So, like I said, we were the first in the market.
So you're the original
IV.
IV bar.
Yeah, there isn't another, unless it says revive. So we've got one in Cape Town and we've got one in Durban. We're opening up one in Menlyn. We're partnering with Planet Fitness, the gym. So we're going into the gym in Bedford View, in Bedford Centre. So we kind of blew the market open. We pioneers in it, if you want to call it that.
When you launched, was it immediate reactions or?
No. So after a couple of weeks, I mean, people thought I was nuts. I mean, my own family thought I was nuts. I mean, my friends thought I was nuts, bringing in a concept like this here where people have IVs to help with their lifestyle issues.
The crazy doctor.
So, you know, yeah, exactly. And the first month, you know, it's all about education and educating people as to, you know, this is not for sick people. You don't come here when you're sick. So you'll see in our reception, it's not like a doctor's surgery where you have a whole lot of people waiting to have, to be cured from something or the other.
Your market, does it target more the wealthy and celebrity market, or do you get everyone coming in from all over?
It's for anybody. So look, ideally, it's not cheap, and I'm not saying that it's for everybody. You know, every person that walks on the street, they can afford it. We do target, as you know, the middle to upper income, but it's for your celebrities, it's for your corporate executives, it's for moms that do school runs. You know, you guys need it probably more than anybody else for that. Yeah. It's for dad that do school runs. I do bloody school runs, so I have a drop every day. I mean, every week.
We need this in our homes.
I do this every week. You know, so it's for anybody. I mean, anybody that's working, that's got kids, that's stressed, students, that are studying. With the World Anti-Doping laws, unfortunately, professional sports people can't have this. So after the whole Lance Armstrong issue, there's strict guidelines with regards to what professional sportsmen can do.
So they can't do this at all?
No. So they're only allowed 50 mils of fluid every 6 hours.
Sure.
This is after the whole Lance Armstrong issue. But amateur sports people, so people that do the 94.7 and
So not competitive professional
competitive
sportsmen.
Yeah. So you wouldn't find the SA rugby team doing it, or the Proteas, or whatever the case is.
Anything new Revive's planning to come up with?
Yes. So we've just launched something which is groundbreaking. It's called Revive Genetics. So it's the most advanced DNA testing in the world. It's 99.97% accurate.
Sure.
And basically all we do is we take a swab of your saliva and we send it to a lab in Austria, and we come back with an encyclopedia on you. So basically you're understanding your genetic predisposition and what risks that you actually have. So this goes into the healthcare side of things. So this would look at all the different cancers and your risks of the different cancers, but then what preventions you should be taking related to that. We look at nutrition, what your genes, what food types your genes are aligned with. We look at pharmacogenetics. So we look at about 1,000 drugs in the market right now and how that's aligned to you, specifically to your genes. So sometimes you could be taking a drug for a specific reason, but it's not aligned to your gene. It wouldn't be helping in any way. Whereas this tests about 1,000 drugs in the market right now, and we're able to tell you what. Yeah, it's groundbreaking.
And it goes to Austria.
The lab is in Austria. We've got and the advantage of that is once you get your results, you have a consult with the doctor in the UK, who will walk you through the different aspects of your results and what you should be doing. Then we have an online portal as well. So while you're going through it, if there's any questions that you have related to a specific area, you just type it in, and we'll get a specialist in that area to come back to you related to that. We'll be able to tell you whether, on a sports level, whether your genes are endurance-based or power-based. So you'll know what sport would work for you and what wouldn't. This could be done for kids as well. So you must remember your genes are the same from the time you're born to the time you die. Excuse me, it's your lifestyle that changes.
So if I'm taking L-Tropsin, this would tell me whether I'm wasting my time with the L-Tropsin.
Exactly. The advantage of this is you'll be able to, if you got kids and you want to do the DNA testing, you'll be able to guide them in terms of what sporting field would be good for them genetically. This is fantastic. So this is we match food groups according to your genes. So we'll be able to tell you, according to your genes, and this is how in-depth it gets, a baguette, right? How often you should be eating baguettes. You know, when to stay away, what dosage.
How much is yours?
Don't even talk. And this will be able to show you what food groups are good for you. So my best fruit is a strawberry. I didn't know that. I'm 44, I didn't know I was lactose intolerant until now.
Sure.
After doing my gene testing, I didn't know I had risk of glaucoma until doing this now. So I know I've got to start looking, you know, going for eye tests and doing stuff like that. So it's basically kind of putting your life and how you can lead your life better into a book like this. And you can see as a presentation as well.
Very pricey?
It's not cheap, let's put it that way. And it's not for everybody in that sense. But the flip side to it is the most advanced in the world. It's the only lifestyle gene testing or DNA testing that would give you that accuracy of 99.9%.
I mean, that's amazing. I mean,
This will propel Revive to the #1 health and wellness company in the world, without a doubt.
have you had some funny characters walking through your...
Funny is an understatement. Funny is an understatement. Well, I think the funniest would be people that are hungover. So you know, we've got a few characters that come in here, but you know, everybody feels. We've had Lawrence Fishburne here.
Oh,
So
wow.
when Lawrence Fishburne was filming the Mandela documentary, see him, Orlando Jones, David Harewood, all of them were here. We've had French Montana here. So French Montana was in the country for 48 hours. He landed, he came with his crew to Revive, did the trips, went, did a gig at the Durban July, and flew out. Worldwide, we've got a whole lot of other, you know, so from Justin Bieber, Cara Delevingne, Madonna, Simon Cowell, I mean, you know, they Revives all over the show.
So in SA, you're running for 5 years.
It's June will be 5 years, so we're 4.5 years now.
How do you cope with the challenges? I mean, obviously, you're going to have obstacles and challenges, competition. How do you handle that?
We do target a different part of the market, and we've got a very loyal following. We offer an experience rather than just an IV. So, you know, from the time you walk in till the time you leave, it's that whole experience that we give you. There's a personal touch to it as well, which is why people keep coming back. You know, we've got a fantastic staff, and people keep coming back for that.
How do you manage running such an amazing, successful company with family? How do you find the
I have
balance?
the drips. I have a royal flush every week. I mean, it's, like I said, you know, you take it in your stride, I guess. I've got a fantastic wife and support from her as well. And I've got 2 young kids, which that's why I need to take a drip every bloody week. But yeah, I've got a really good team around me, and it's not just me running Revive. It's you know, Tasneem in front. It's Fikile, the nurse. It's Sarah, you know, our you know, helper around here. It's Dr. Musaji and Ibrahim Musaji.
Have your kids tried this yet?
No, because we have thank God. Imagine my son running around with a drip.
It's the last thing we did.
So we have an age restriction here, so 18 to 65. So obviously we feel after, from 65 onwards, there could be more complications, and we obviously would rather avoid that. So we don't do, that's a rule. Worldwide, 18 to 65 is the age group that we cover. Yeah, so, you know, but however, with the genetic testing, with gene testing, that can be done from any age.
Okay.
So there's no limit in terms
And
of that.
can you do it as a package, a family package, or individual only?
No, so that right now it's individual only. You know, the costs related to this are substantial with regards to the advancement of the labs that we're using, and so on and so forth. So we don't really have much say in terms of the cost. That is depicted to us by Revive Global. However, with that said, you know, there is a certain kind of discretion that we have. So if you're going to come in with a family and do this, then you know, then we could work on something. With the IVs, you can buy packages, and we give complimentary IVs. So for argument's sake, for the aesthetics and the slimming, which you need to do a lot more often, you know, we give you, you know, you take a package of 10, you get 2 for free. Or, you know, now we have a special running for December, so you buy 2 IVs, okay, and then we give you 12 shots for the next year. So for 2020, you can come once a month and have a B12 shot complimentary. So there's ways we try and package it, but ideally it's not something where we go out and try and discount, and it's not that type of a brand. It's a very high-end brand, and not to sound pompous or arrogant in any way, but it is.
Yeah.
It is.
It's a high brand.
It's a high-end brand, and we've got to manage the way we market it as well. Because
congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Really well.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
I think I'm halfway there to James Bond.
Semi-halfway there.
Halfway there to James Bond.
Don't worry about
But
that.
we will let you know as soon as this is done how I am feeling. And we want to thank Sayed Mia for taking the time out to meet and sit with us and revive essay. And we will be back.
And thank you for the time and the opportunity.
It's a pleasure. Thanks.